Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 61-year-old female. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website, and we've got a free quoter on just about every page of our website. You just click and select what state you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Select the coverage amount, and then put your birthday in there and the other info. Click Get Quotes Now. It's going to show you all the best companies and all the best pricing in your state. You will be an exceptionally smart consumer, and we provide that free of charge. You can also call our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and one of our people here at Funeral Funds can help you with that as well. Now, the first thing you want to ask yourself as a 61-year-old female is $15,000 going to be enough for your burial, cremation, or final expense needs? Now, if you're getting cremated, the average cost of cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of ceremony, like a celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, something like that, that's probably going to be about $3,500 to $4,500, including the cremation. So if you've got a $15,000 policy, you're in good shape right now. You don't need any more insurance. You can stop watching the video. But if you're shopping for insurance, then, we probably wouldn't recommend in most cases $15,000. If you're just going to do the cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, we probably recommend somewhere between $5,000 to $7,000. You might want to get up to $10,000 if you want. But just keep in mind, if money's a little bit tight, you can always add more coverage later on these policies. So get what you can afford right now, even if that's $5,000. If you are going to have that service, we'd probably recommend somewhere between $7,500 to $10,000, just because you're 61 and you're probably hoping to make it to 71, 81 years old. And, we know prices go up. So you just want to build a little bit into the policy for inflation, not a whole bunch. And if you do die sooner, there's a little extra money to pay off some other final expenses, medical bills, things like that. If not, it just inflation-proofs your plan. Now, if you're getting buried, the average cost of a burial in the United States right now is right around $10,000. But, $10,000 is not going to be a very fancy funeral. Be very simple and meager, perhaps. But $10,000, it's hard to imagine that you could walk into any funeral home in the United States and they wouldn't accept that. Would they just let that $10,000 walk down to one of their competitors? Now, again, it's going to be really pared back. It's going to be really, really simple and meager, but they should be able to get it done. So if all you can afford is $10,000 right now, get $10,000. But, most people that we help that are age 61, we're probably looking at somewhere between $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000, depending on your budget. And, we don't recommend getting $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of this, trying to leave some money behind for the kids, just because the policies can get a little bit expensive with that much coverage. And most of the people we help are on fixed or limited income. So we really believe this insurance is best used just to pay for exactly what it's intended, your burial, cremation, or final expenses, and not trying to leave family money. Rather than giving the insurance company more money on a larger policy, just spend that on your family while you're alive. You'll have the great memories, and they'll have those great memories for the rest of their life. Now, one thing we always recommend is first day coverage or benefits. And that's so important. And the reason that's important is none of us knows when we're going to die, right? You could die 20 seconds from now or 20 years from now. So you want a policy that hypothetically, if you got approved today and you died tomorrow, it's going to pay out from the very first day. And a lot of people would say, yeah, I want a first day coverage policy, but I hear those plans have health questions. And we always say, yeah, they do have health questions, but that's our problem, not yours. And what that means is we work with enough different insurance companies that they all have different underwriting requirements. And 90 to 95% of the time, we're able to get people first day coverage or benefits. The only reason we wouldn't is if you had something really significant health-wise going on, like you had a terminal illness and you were going to die in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. If you had something really significant like that, we'd probably just refer you out to a different company. The only other thing that happens once in a while, seems like every week, is that we get people calling up and they say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. Their body's down at the funeral home. The funeral home's not going to do anything until they get a check in their hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick so we can get a check in the funeral home's hands. And to that, we have to say there's no insurance company in the United States that will offer an insurance policy on somebody who's already died. It just does not work out that way. You got to be alive to get these policies. And it's terrible because somebody passed away. They knew they were going to die someday. They didn't take care of it. Maybe they intended to, but bottom line, they never did. And now you've got an entire family that's struggling, not only financially, but emotionally too. And it's all your fault. So, don't be that person. Just be better than that. This insurance is affordable. Take care of your responsibilities. Don't leave this for other people to clean up your own mess. So that's how we feel about it. Now, the other thing we don't recommend is policies with 2-year waiting periods. And Colonial Penn is one of those companies. Their 995 plan is. Now, there's other companies too. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber. There's other companies out there too. And so many of these companies have done an amazing job of convincing the American public that the only thing you qualify for after age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we say, nah, nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, a lot of people would watch that Colonial Penn commercial. Again, it seems like they're on TV every 7 minutes or so. Seems that way anyway. But they would watch that commercial, and the 61-year-old female might be thinking, oh my gosh, I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And then they go to the website or talk to a Colonial Penn agent, and they find out that $9.95, one unit of coverage, will only pay $1,460. And the thing is, it won't pay that $1,460 for 2 years. So, $1,460 may pay for a cremation right now, but probably won't in 2 years, just because inflation in 2 years, everything's going to be more expensive. So just keep in mind, 2-year waiting period means if you die of a health or medical reason in the first 2 years, they're not going to pay any life insurance death benefit. So let's take a look here and try to come up with $15,000. Again, they've got per unit pricing. And so you always end up with these kind of wackadoodle numbers like 1460. I'm guessing 10 units, because 10 times 1460 would be 14,600, I believe. Let's take a look. Oh, there we go. My math is strong today. And so that's 10 units. It's probably as close as we get, because if we go 11 units, it's going to be quite a bit over $15,000. But that's $99.50, right around $100 a month. So let's do some price shopping on first day coverage. And let's see what that would be. So we've got 15,000 female, age 61. Get quote. And again, 15,000 is roughly, 14.6, roughly 15,000 is roughly 100. And if we look right here, right around $50. Of these two companies, we would definitely recommend Trinity Life. They're within pennies of each other. We can get first day approvals, same day approval right over the phone with this company. Level coverage, and it's $50.14 versus $99. So you got to understand that extra $400 is going to put this over $100. So the Colonial Penn policy is actually right at about 200% more expensive than a first day coverage plan. Roughly 200% more expensive. So $50 more a month, roughly. And it's got a 2-year waiting period. And Colonial Penn will allow you the privilege of overpaying them $50 a month for the rest of your life. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. So think about that. If it's $50 more a month, that's $600 more a year. After 10 years, you have overpaid $6,000 on a $15,000 plan. Does that sound smart to you? Most people know. Why would you pay twice as much for something that you don't have to, just because you were not an educated shopper? So don't do that. Don't do that. Go for first day coverage. We can certainly help you out with that. Let's take a look at another company here. You'll be able to see all of these insurance companies actually on our quoter for the most part. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, here we go. Lincoln Heritage. They're a good company, I guess. Their pricing's kind of high. Level coverage, but that's $71. And the reason they're more expensive is they've got with their plan, when you pass away, they say they will call 2 or 3 different insurance companies and price shop around a little bit, get the lowest pricing, maybe do a couple other things. But you pay a premium for that. It's more expensive. So 71 versus 50. So let's just say it's $20 more a month. That's close enough. That's $240 more a year. And after 10 years, that would be $2,400 more. So ask yourself, is it worth paying an extra $2,400 for a company to make 2 or 3 phone calls and maybe just do a couple other things, that maybe take an hour or so? Boy, just, it seems pretty expensive to me. So what we actually do at Funeral Funds is we actually provide free of charge a funeral and estate planning guide. And what you can do is you can just fill that out, who gets what goes where, and what you want to happen after you pass away as far as your burial, cremation, final arrangements, stuff like that. Fill it out, keep it with your insurance policy, and now when you pass away, everything's all in one place. Now your family's protected both financially from the insurance policy, but emotionally with that funeral and estate planning guide, because they know that you took everything care of in advance and you thought of them well ahead of this thing actually happening. And what an ultimate gift of love for you to do that, to leave that behind for your family. So there's other companies here too. Even small charges like Lumico, $55 versus $50. That's going to be $60 more a year. That's going to be $600 over the next 10 years. If you live 20 years, that's $1,200 more, roughly. So again, why would you overspend when you don't have to? So be a smart consumer and give us a call. We can help you be a smart consumer. So you can fill out our quote form right here. You can call us at 888-862-9456. And if you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it, make sure you got the best deal or just add coverage to it, we can help you out with that. If you're looking for a brand new policy and want the lowest pricing and first day coverage or benefits, we can help you out with that. And if you just want information or help with a policy or just have some questions, just reach out to us. We're happy to help with that. We look forward to that day that we do actually get to meet and talk with you. And until that day comes, you stay safe. You take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.